Hi everyone, welcome back to Physics online classes for class 11 students. Let us continue chapter 2 units and measurement. In the previous class we studied what is unit, what are the two types of unit and what is measurement. So quickly we can revise once again what we studied in the previous classes. What is physical quantity? The quantity which can be expressed in terms of numerical values. That is called physical quantity. What are the two types of physical quantity? They are fundamental quantity and derived quantity. Then how to define fundamental quantity? Fundamental quantity is a physical quantity which is independent of any other physical quantity. It is completely independent and cannot be simplified further. For example, length, mass, time, these are fundamental quantities. The second type of physical quantity is derived quantity. Derived quantity is again a physical quantity, but it is depending on other physical quantity, or we are going to express in fundamental quantity that gives derived quantity. For example, work, energy, force, speed, acceleration, these all are derived quantity. Right? Then after that we studied what is unit and what is measurement and their types. Yes, what is unit? To measure any physical quantity, the standard of the same kind is essential. That gives unit, and again there are two types of unit, fundamental unit and derived unit. What is fundamental unit? Fundamental unit means the unit of fundamental quantities. Derived unit is the unit of derived quantities. Right? These are the two types of unit. And then we studied what is measurement. Measurement is simply the comparison. The comparison between unknown value with known value. That gives measurement. For example, if I am going to take speed of a car is 10 meter per second. Speed is physical quantity. 10 is numerical value. Meter per second is its suitable unit. Right? So about units and measurements and its types, we studied in the previous class. Now in today's class, I am going to start system of unit. That is, you can observe the topics to be covered. Now we completed only introduction part. Now we can move towards the second point of this chapter, that is system of unit. In earlier days, there were only three systems of unit. How many systems of units are there in the earlier days? Three systems of unit. And that gives the unit to all the physical quantities. So what is the use of this system of unit? In earlier days, there are only three system of units. Only three system of units. And these systems can give the units for all the physical quantity. So which are those three systems? They are, the first one is CGS system, the second one is FPS system. The first two systems are CGS and FPS system. So then what do you mean by CGS system? CGS. See, here it is very easy. C indicates centimeter. C indicates centimeter. G indicates gram and S indicates second. Centimeter, gram, second system. That means in this system, centimeter is unit of length, gram is the unit of mass and second is the unit of time. In CGS system, they are going to consider centimeter as the unit of the length. But generally, we are going to consider meter. Meter is the unit of length. But in CGS system, what is the unit of length? The unit of length is centimeter. The unit of mass is gram and the unit of time is second. So we are going to call that system as CGS system. Is it clear? So what is the CGS system? In this system, centimeter is the unit of length, gram is the unit of mass, and second is the unit of time. Then come to the second system of unit, that is FPS system. So here F indicates foot, P indicates pound, and S indicates second. So in FPS system, foot is the unit of length, pound is the unit of mass, and second is the unit of time. Got the difference? In CGS system, we consider gram is the unit of mass, but in FPS system, pound is the unit of mass. And the third system of unit is MKS system. So MKS, M indicates meter, meter is the unit of length, K indicates kg, kg is the unit of mass, and S is the second, second is the unit of time. So in MKS system, meter is unit of length, kilogram is unit of mass, and second is the unit of time. So totally there are three systems of units in the earlier days. What are the three systems of unit? CGS, FPS, and MKS. When we go for international level, there is so much of confusion which unit we have to use. So now for example, in India we are using kg is the unit of mass. In other country, maybe they are using pound is the unit of mass. Now the people has certain confusion which unit we have to use. They decided to use international system of unit. So that means in all the countries there is a common unit for all the physical quantities. That is international system of unit. So in this system, in international system, totally there are 7 fundamental units. We studied 3 fundamental units, for example length, mass and time. But in SI system, how many fundamental quantities are there? There are 7 fundamental or 7 basic units and 2 supplementary units. So how many fundamental units and how many supplementary units are there in the SI system? In the SI system, there are 7 fundamental units and 2 supplementary units. Is it clear? You can observe this tabular column. In earlier days, we considered 3 systems of unit and they are CGS, FPS and MKS. These are the 3 systems of unit. In all these 3 systems, they are using different unit for length, mass and time. In these 3 systems of unit, only there are 3 fundamental quantities and they are length, mass and time. So in CGS, in FPS as well as in MKS, we are having a different unit for length, mass and time. In CGS, we consider centimeter, in FPS, we take it as foot, and in MKS, we consider as meter, right? And similarly, the unit of mass in CGS is gram, in FPS is pound, and in MKS is kg. But time here we are going to consider second in all the 3 systems. So to remove all these confusions, they are going to consider international system of unit, or in short we are going to call it as SI unit. SI unit means international system of unit. In that SI unit or in international system of unit, they are going to use a common unit for all the physical quantities. So how many fundamental units are there in international system? Totally there are 7 fundamental units. Now you can observe those fundamental units here. Fundamental physical quantities and their units. I already told you there are 7 fundamental physical quantities. So which are those 7 fundamental quantities? They are length, mass, time, current, temperature, luminous intensity, amount of substance. Length, mass and time. The first three fundamental quantities we already used in the first three system of unit. That is CGS, FPS, MKS. But in SI system, how many fundamental physical quantities are there? 7 fundamental physical quantities. Now you can observe their respective units. What is the unit of length in SI system? In SI system, the unit of length is meter. Meter is unit of length. Kilogram is unit of mass. Second is unit of time. Ampere is the unit of current. Kelvin is the unit of temperature. Luminous intensity, here candela is the unit of luminous intensity. Mole is the unit of amount of substance. So in your board examination, they may ask the 1 mark question. Write the SI unit of luminous intensity. Candela is the SI unit of luminous intensity. What is the SI unit of current? Ampere is the SI unit of current. In this way you have to answer. So in your board examination, they will ask 1 mark questions like this. So in short, what is the symbol of these units? Meter, simply we can write directly M. M indicates meter. Kg indicates kilogram. S indicates second. Don't write SEC. So this is completely wrong. Either you can write S or completely you have to write second. Then capital A indicates ampere. Capital K indicates Kelvin. CD indicates candela. MOL, mole, that indicates amount of substance. So these are the 7 physical quantities in SI system, right? Then, so which are the 2 supplementary physical quantities in SI system? How many supplementary physical quantities are there in SI system? There are 2 supplementary quantities and they are plane angle and solid angle. Plane angle and solid angle, these 2 are supplementary physical quantities in SI system. Plane angle or angle in the plane. Solid angle or angle in the space. Remember, one dimensional, that gives straight line. Two dimensional, that gives plane. Three dimensional, that gives space. One dimensional means only one axis, so we can draw simply a straight line. Two dimensional, there are 2 axes, x and y axis or y and z or z and x. So there are 2 axes, 2 dimensional, so this is called a plane. If there are 3 axes, x, y and z, there are 3 dimensional, 3 axes, so we are going to call it as a space. Straight line, plane, space. Space is having 3 dimensional, plane is having 2 dimensional, straight line is having only 1 dimensional. So here there are 2 supplementary quantities, plane angle and solid angle. Plane angle is for 2 dimensional. This is for a plane. Solid angle we have to take it for a space. In the space we have to consider solid angle. In the plane we have to consider plane angle. Now we can see their units. What is the unit of plane angle? That is radian. Generally we are going to consider the angle theta. Theta is measured in terms of radian. This is the SI unit of plane angle. So what is the SI unit of plane angle? Radian. Similarly, what is the SI unit of solid angle? This is for space which is having 3 dimensional. So and its unit is steradian. Radian is for plane angle, steradian for solid angle. And in short, their symbols we can write simply. So RAD, that indicates radian, and SR. SR means what here? Steradian. So these are the 2 supplementary physical quantities and their units in SI system. Is it clear? So for 1 mark question, what What they may ask here? Write the SI unit of solid angle. What is the answer? Steradian. Write the SI unit of plane angle. What is the answer? Radian. Right? So this is all about the 7 fundamental physical quantities and 2 supplementary physical quantities in International System of Unit. Remember, dear students, in these 3 systems, how many fundamental quantities are there? Only 3. Length, mass and time. So, according to these 3 systems, there are only 3 fundamental quantities and they are length, mass and time. But according to SI system, International System of Unit, how many fundamental physical quantities are there? 7 fundamental physical quantities and they are length, mass, time, current, temperature, luminous intensity and amount of substance. There are totally 7 fundamental physical quantities. So then how to define a meter? So length of a rod is 1 meter. I am going to purchase 10 kg of potato. So now the 5-second time is remained. There is a 5 ampere of current is flowing. So in this way, we are using all these units in our regular days. So can you know what is the definition of second? We know that 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. But what is the actual definition of all these 7 physical fundamental quantities? How to define Kelvin? What is 1 mole? What is a meter? What is kg? Now you are using the word kg. 2 kg of potato or 5 kg of tomato. So kg is the unit of mass. Then what is kg? How to define kg? How to define a second? So the definition of all the 7 units I am going to explain. Definitions of basic and supplementary units. Basic means what? Fundamental. Totally I am going to define 9 terms. Which are those 9 terms? Meter, kilogram, second, ampere, Kelvin, candela, mole, radian, steradian. So all these 9 terms I am going to define. The first one is meter. Meter is the unit of the length. Then how to define a meter? This is very interesting. You can observe the definition of meter. The length of the path travelled by the light in vacuum. That means the path length travelled by light. Light is travelling in the vacuum. The total length travelled by the light we are going to consider in. You can observe the number 299,792,458. We have to take the reciprocal of this number of a second. That gives 1 meter. So all these definitions are practically proven. In physics, whatever the theory part you are going to study, that is completely depending on the practicals, experiments. Without doing experiment, without any observations, without any conclusions, there is no definitions, there is no law or there is no statement in the physics. Everything will be experimentally proved by the scientist. Here, I am going to define all the 9 definitions. So, meter means the word meter, or we know that 100 centimeter is equal to 1 meter. So, how this 1 meter came? It has its own value. So, that value is experimentally proven by taking the path travelled by the light. The path length travelled by the light in vacuum in how much? 1 over the ratio of 1 over 299,792,458 of a second. This gives 1 meter. That means in 1 second, the path length followed by the light is how much? 299,792,458. When we take its ratio 1 over 299,792,458 in a second, that gives 1 meter. So here the light is traveling in vacuum. Why we have to consider in vacuum? Vacuum means what? Nothing, no matter, no particle, no disturbance. So when the light is traveling in the vacuum, how much the length the light traveled in 1 second? That gives 1 meter. So what is 1 meter or meter? The length of the path traveled by light in vacuum in 1 over 299,792,458 of a second, that gives meter. Then come to the second point, kilogram, kg. So we used many times the word kg. Kg is the unit of mass. How that word kg came? What is the definition of kg? It is also practically proven. What is the definition? Now you can see here. The mass of a platinum iridium cylinder. The mass of this material, platinum iridium cylinder, and this is kept at International Bureau of Weights. Where we kept that platinum iridium cylinder? We kept in the International Bureau of Weights and Measures. And they are going to measure this weight at Sèvres near the Paris. What they are going to consider? The component platinum iridium cylinder they kept in the International Bureau of Weights and they measured at Sèvres, which is near the Paris. And that mass of platinum and iridium cylinder is itself 1 kilogram. Come to the third point, second. How to define a second? We know that 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. Then how to define a second? The time interval for, you can observe the number 9192631,770 cycles of a particular spectral line of cesium-133 atom. This is what? The element cesium-133. So cesium atom, it completes how many cycles? 9192631,770 cycles. And that we are going to consider as 1 second. Cesium-133 element that completes how many cycles? 9192631,770 cycles it completes, and that is taken as 1 second. Then come to the fourth definition, that is ampere. Ampere is the unit of current. What is current? What is electric current? Current means what? Flow of charges. Flow of charges per unit time, that gives current. You already studied in high school. So now, how to define ampere? The steady current which when flowing through two straight parallel conductors. Suppose if I am going to consider two parallel conductors. These are the two parallel conductors. The steady current is flowing in these two parallel conductors of infinite length. So the length of these two conductors are infinity. In these two conductors, steady current is flowing. The current I is flowing. And the gap between or the distance between these two conductors is 1 meter. The length of the two conductors are infinity and the distance between two conductors is 1 meter. Both are parallel to each other and these two conductors we are going to keep in the vacuum. So when we kept these two conductors in the vacuum, then between these two conductors, the force is exerted and that force is equal to 2 into 10 raised to minus 7 Newton. How much force is exerted between the conductors? Electric force is exerted between the conductors because of its electric and magnetic field. In detail, you are going to study in PUC second year. So now we are going to concentrate only on the definition. Here they considered two conductors. Both are parallel to each other. Distance between two conductors is 1 meter and the length of the conductor is infinity, and we kept these two conductors in the vacuum, so the electric force is exerted between them. How much force is exerted? 2 into 10 raised to minus 7 Newton per meter force is exerted, and that gives 1 ampere. How to define 1 ampere? The steady current when it is flowing through two straight parallel conductors of infinite length placed 1 meter apart in vacuum and that produces between the conductors a force of 2 into 10 raised to minus 7 Newton per meter length of each conductor. That gives 1 ampere. So the next one is Kelvin. So Kelvin is the SI unit of temperature. What is the SI unit of temperature? Kelvin is the SI unit of temperature. What is temperature? Temperature is a physical quantity which measures the degree of hotness or coldness. Whether the object is hot or cold, how much it is hot and how much it is cold, that is determined by temperature, and its SI unit is Kelvin. How to define Kelvin? The fraction of 1 over 273.6 of a thermodynamic temperature of the triple point of water. Triple point of water. You studied melting point, boiling point. Likewise, this is triple point. Remember, melting point of water is 0 degrees Celsius. Melting point of water is how much? 0 degrees Celsius. Boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. That means at 0 degrees Celsius, solid and liquid coexist together in equilibrium. Solid and liquid both are coexist together in thermal equilibrium. That is melting point. Similarly, at boiling point of water, 100 degrees Celsius. At 100 degrees Celsius, liquid and gas or vapor both are coexist together. So these are the three states of matter: solid, liquid and gas. When solid liquid coexist, then melting point. When liquid and gas coexist, boiling point. Suppose solid, liquid and gas, all these three states of matter coexist together, then that gives a triple point. So how to define Kelvin? The fraction of 1 over 273.6 of thermodynamic temperature of a triple point of water is called 1 Kelvin. Then sixth one, candela. So candela, this is the SI unit for luminous intensity. Luminous intensity. Intensity means the brightness. In simple way, I can say intensity is what? Brightness of the light. Luminous intensity, that means the quantity of visible light that is emitted in unit time per unit solid angle. So what is luminous intensity? Luminous intensity, this is the quantity for characterizing a light of source. The quantity of light we are going to take here. Or we can simply define it as luminous flux per unit solid angle. What is luminous intensity? Luminous flux per unit solid angle. That gives luminous intensity. Flux means flow. Flux means what? Flow. Here, when a ray of light is traveling, it has its own intensity. That means brightness. When we measured that intensity per unit solid angle, then we can take it as luminous intensity, and candela is its definition. Don't bother about the definition of luminous intensity. So in higher education, you are going to study in detail, right? Now we can observe the definition of candela. How to define candela here? A candela is defined as 1/60th of luminous intensity. Candela is 1/60th of luminous intensity of 1 centimeter square of a perfect black body maintained at the freezing temperature of platinum 1773 degrees Celsius. Black body or perfect black body, that means the body which absorb all the radiations and also that can immediately emit all the radiation. Absorption and emission takes place completely, so we can call it as perfect black body radiation or perfect black body. Here, when it is maintained at the freezing temperature of platinum, the freezing temperature of platinum is 1773 degrees Celsius. at freezing temperature of platinum, when that perfect black body is maintained, then 1/60th of luminous intensity of 1 centimeter square is taken as 1 candela. Right? Then come to the seventh one, 1 mole. You studied about this definition in chemistry. 1 mole is the amount of a substance which contains elementary units and which is equal to number of atoms in 0.012 kg of carbon 12. 0.012 kg of carbon 12. So there we are going to consider 1 mole. What is 1 mole? Amount of substance which contains elementary units and which is equal to number of atoms present in 0.012 kg of carbon 12. That is considered as 1 mole. Then, eighth definition, radian. Radian and steradian you are going to study in detail in mathematics. You can observe the definition here. Radian is defined as the plane angle subtended at the center of the circle. Plane angle subtended at the center of the circle by an arc of length equal to the radius of the circle, that gives radian. This is the center. These are equal to what? Radius. We can take radius as r. This is what? The angle subtended by the arc of the circle. That gives radian. How to define radian? The plane angle subtended at the center of a circle by an arc of length equal to the radius of the circle. That gives 1 radian. Then come to the last definition, that is steradian. Steradian is the SI unit of solid angle. The solid angle subtended at the center of the sphere by a spherical surface of an area equal to square of its radius. Solid angle we are generally taken for 3-dimensional, that is for space. Remember, plane angle. This plane angle generally we can take here triangle, square, circle. So these terms we can consider for plane angle. But in solid angle, we are going to consider a cone, cube or a sphere. This is for 3-dimensional. So in solid angle I can consider like this. So here the solid angle subtended at the center of a sphere by spherical surface. This is the spherical surface. Here we can get the angle. And that is equal to square of its radius. So we can take here. So this is for steradian or for solid angle. The solid angle subtended at the center of the sphere by a spherical surface of an area, and that area is equal to square of its radius, and that gives 1 steradian. So this is for 3-dimensional and plane angle is for 2-dimensional. So these are the experimentally proven definitions of all the 9 terms. That is 7 fundamental and 2 supplementary units in International System of Unit. So remember only the 7 fundamental and their units, 2 supplementary and their units. It is enough. These all 9 definitions I had given only for your extra knowledge. In the next session, we can start how to write the unit. What are the rules to write the unit? So we can continue in the next class. Thank you.